Hello everyone, welcome to the video course English File Pre-Intermediate 4th edition, episode number 1, unit 1, part A. Are you, can you, do you, did you? Before we start, let's talk about a pre-intermediate level. It's a little bit difficult. You have a lot of things which you keep in mind here. And believe me, here you can have a sad feeling when you start forgetting old stuff that you learned during the elementary course, for example. So, pre-intermediate, it is when you learn English through lessons, of course, but you must do something extra, like podcasts, books, a person you can speak to in English, or films, or music. So you got the idea. You always do something extra. And it's important to mention, pre-intermediate grammar is challenging, not difficult, but really challenging. So imagine you learned past tenses, present perfect, modal verbs, and prepositions. Now your main goal is to learn how to use all of these things at the same time. When you have a live conversation with someone, you need to switch constantly, quickly, like present tenses, past, what's going on right now, can you, could you. Yesterday, for example, yesterday I played video game and went to the local park, but I didn't do any homework, for example. You see, regular verbs, irregular verbs, negatives, questions all together. Oh, and it's a mind-blowing thing. I hope you got this idea. Learning something new is very cool, but don't forget to practice old stuff. In this part, 1a, you can revise some things from the previous lessons. Let's learn how to mix present and past tenses in questions. So, exercise number 1, vocabulary and speaking common verb phrases. Part A, complete the questions in getting to know you with a verb. Work with the following questions. You need to put a word to complete a question. I think it's obvious task here. Like, you see, number 1 and number 2 have been already done for you. Like, where are you from? Are was missed. Where were you born? Where was missed. Where do you? Here, I'll give you a clue. Where do you live? Yeah. And so on. Don't forget to pause the video while you are working with tasks. Then check your answers and practice your pronunciation with the audio. Good luck with your first task from this course. Let's go.
One. Where are you from? 2.
Where were you born?
3.
Where do you live?
4.
Do you live in a house or a flat?
5.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
6.
Do you have any pets?
7. What do you do? 8.
What time do you get up during the week?
9.
Where do you usually have lunch?
10.
What time do you usually go to bed?
11.
Where did you study English before?
12.
Can you speak any other languages? Which?
13. What kind of music do you listen to? 14.
What TV programs or series do you watch?
15.
Do you do any sport or exercise? What?
16.
What kind of books or magazines do you read?
17.
How often do you go to the cinema?
18.
What did you do last weekend?
Now, let's have a speaking part. Let's have a look at the information in the blue box first. Returning a question. When you're having a conversation, you often return questions. That is, ask somebody the same question that they asked you. You can do this by saying, and you, or what about you? They are very common phrases, or just by repeating the questions, but stressing you. For example, where are you from? I'm from Rome. Where are you from? So you just stress this word you. This stuff is very useful, so try to remember it. But let's go to the list of questions. Look, of course, unfortunately, we don't have anyone to speak with right now. I will give you an example what to say, listen carefully, then after I do this task, use your own ideas. So let's go through this list. Where are you from? It's a very easy question. Here it's easy. You can say, I am from, and you name your country, or if you want, a city or a town. Number 2, where were you born? It's about a place where you were born. Probably, look, you were born in one place, then you moved to somewhere. To answer this question, you just use I was born in, and you name a country, a town, a place, whatever you want. Question number 3, where do you live? It's a current place where you're living right now. You can say I live in, and you name it. Do you live in a house or a flat? What a good question. You just choose between two things, whether it's flat or house. I, for example, live in a flat. Do you have any brothers and sisters? You can say, I have a brother or a sister, or maybe two brothers or sisters. You can add the word older or younger. I can say about me that I have an older brother. He's 7 years older than me. Remember to use some extra information to make your answers longer. It's very important. So let's go to the 6th question. Do you have any pets? It's easy. You can say, I have a cat or I have a dog. You can also add some information like age, like my cat is 4 years old. He's always hungry. Or you can say, no, I don't have any pets, but I would like to have one. I would like to have a dog, for example. So it's up to you what to say here. Number 7, what do you do? Be careful with this question. Don't confuse it with what are you doing? What do you do means like your occupation or profession. You can say, I'm a student or I'm a doctor. Or if you don't have a job right now, you can say, I'm unemployed and or I'm looking for a job right now and something like that. 8, what time do you get up during the week? You can say, I usually get up at, for example, I usually get up at 12 o'clock. Number 9, where do you usually have lunch? Where it's a place. So I usually have lunch at home, but you can say that you have lunch at work or, for example, at my university and so on. Number 10, what time do you usually go to bed? Here you can use early and late. For example, I go to bed late because at night I make videos. Or you can say exact time. I go to bed at 10 o'clock. Or you can say I go to bed very early. Number 11. Where did you study English before? So, did. You see, auxiliary verb did. It is a past simple question. Like, I studied English and then list everything. Like, I studied English at school, then at university. Or, my friend taught me. I hope you got the idea how to answer it. Number 12. Can you speak any other languages? Which? You can say, I can speak, or you can just say, I can't speak any other languages. I can speak German. a little bit. Maybe you can speak other languages apart from English. Maybe German, maybe French, maybe you learned some Chinese. Who knows? So you know how to answer this question. Number 13. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to, and you just say genres, rock or rap, I don't know, whatever you like. It's a very easy question to answer. Number 14. What TV programs or series do you watch? You can say both like I watch or I like watching. Or you can say just I don't watch TV at all. 15. Do you do any sport or exercise? What? So you can say yes, I do, or no, I don't. If you do it, I usually do sport and exercise, but now I can't do it because a couple months ago I injured my chest muscles. So now I can't do any sports, unfortunately. 16th, what kind of books or magazines do you read? A very good question. It is the same as TV programs, you can answer it easily. Number 17. How often do you go to the cinema? How often questions. It usually means you need to answer it using usually, always, never, and so on. Or you can say like once a week, twice a month, and so on. For example, I go to the cinema once a year because it's like hardly ever once a year because I'm not a fan of film industry. I don't like films. What about you? I don't know. Use your own idea. And final question, what did you do last weekend? Very good. Very interesting question. For example, what about me? On Saturday, I met my friends at a bar. Then we walked a little bit. On Sunday, I just worked and had 9 lessons. Nothing special, unfortunately. I hope you will have something to say about your last weekend because my weekend is boring as hell, as you can hear and see. Now, refresh your memory and answer some personal basic questions. Who knows, maybe ideas that you use right now will help you have a really good conversation in the future. So let's go. Part number 2, grammar, word order in questions. Part A, look at the highlighted phrases in questions 1 to 6. Tick the 3 correct questions. Rewrite the incorrect questions. So, look, you see, you do it like this. Number 1, can you play a musical instrument? You see, everything's fine here, so you just tick, it's fine. But the second question, where works your father? Look, I'll give you a clue. It's totally incorrect. You need to rewrite it. Try to remember what is the correct version of this question. So now try to complete this task, then you can check your answers and check yourself. Now let's check it. Remember that I told you that the second question is incorrect. So the correct version is where does your father work? We need this auxiliary verb does here. Number 3, were you at this school last year? The question is fine. Is there a supermarket near here? The question is fine. Number 5, have you cereal for breakfast? It's a little bit strange. If we talk about eating something or drinking something, it's better to ask like, do you have cereal for breakfast? So this question is incorrect. And number 6, where went you for your last holiday? Oh, it's a past simple, so we need to use auxiliary verb did. Where did you go for your last holiday? I hope you've done it. Let's move on. So, grammar, word order in questions. I think before we discuss it, just listen to the examples.
1.4. Are you hungry?
Is there a bank near here?
Can I sit here?
What was that noise?
Where were you born? 1.5.
Do you live with your parents?
Did you have a holiday last year?
Where does your sister work?
When did you start studying English?
What did they talk about?
So, guys, I think you know all of this stuff. Yeah? Let's just read what we see in these rules. So, the first dot here. We make questions with the verb be and can by inverting the verb. Inverting like we change places. She's a teacher. Is she a teacher? He can drive. Can he drive? You were at school. Were you at school? And so on. I hope you got this idea. And now questions with do, does, did, and present simple and past simple. Like you see, it's written you can use ASI. Look, I don't like these techniques. Okay, for me it's a little bit weird, but you can use the structure to remember question word order. If there is a preposition, we often put it at the end of a question. For example, it's important. So you remember we have some phrases like I live with. And when you want to ask, you just say, who do you live with? So you put a preposition at the end. Or wait for. Like I'm waiting for the bus. Or what are you waiting for? Or who are you waiting for? So we put preposition at the end of the sentence. Now, let's go to the exercises. You see 1A, part A. Put the word or phrase in the correct place in the question. It's a very easy and nice and cool exercise. So you see these words in brackets like are, can, old. You just put it here in the correct place. Like you see, where are you from? We put are, like at the second place, where are you from? And so on. I hope it will be easy here. What about part B? Put the words in the correct order to make questions. Oh, actually, it will be better if you do it in a written form, if you write down it somewhere, maybe in your notebook, maybe in your, I don't know, Microsoft Word file and so on. You can use anything to write these things down. Now, try to do these exercises, then check yourself. Let's go. So look, there is no space to write, so let's use some extra stuff, like a program. I hope you don't mind. Let's start with number 1, of course. This question, where can we park? Where can we park? Next is, it's quite a typical question, how old are you? Number 3, it's does the class finish at 8 o'clock? 4, where do your friends, where do your friends live? We put live at the end. Number 5, why didn't you answer my email? Oh, it's a very angry message. Why didn't you? Number 6, do you often go to the cinema? Number 7, what does this word mean? It's also a typical question. Number 8, what time did your friends arrive. Number 9. Who? It's like, who are you talking to? You see, we put a preposition at the end. And number 10, where were you last night? In this case. So you see, part A is over. I hope you also did it like this. Now let's move on to part B. Here is just something like that. Oh, how to do it? Maybe I will put it a little bit closer. So, where do you live? Number 1, it's kind of, do you have a car? At this question. Next is, where was your brother born? Number 3. It's like, how often does he phone you? Oh, it's a hard one. It was a hard one. What the hell is that? Okay, what time does their flight arrive? Here it's something like that. Number 5, Brazil from his girlfriend your. Is, not us, like, is your girlfriend from Brazil? 6. How many? It is this type of question. How many languages can you speak? Yes, it's like, how many languages can you speak in this case? Number 7, oh, it's easy. Like, how was the party? Was it okay? Was it bad? How was the party? Next is, where did you go last summer? On holiday, maybe, of course. It's a difficult question. Is there a doctor here? Oh, you see, I can misspell something. Is there a doctor here? And finally, we have, come bus to you by school did. Okay, let's start did. Like, did you come to school by bus? So that's all here. I hope you have also completed these tasks and quite easily, because now we have a pre-intermediate level. Now let's move on. Part C. Look at the two groups of questions. What are the missing words in the second question? Aha, you see there are some missing words. Do you drink a lot of tea or coffee? How many cups do you drink a day? Like, do you go to a gym? You see, what is the following question? What gym do you go to? So some extra information, some extra questions. And the same stuff with the past. Like, did you go to bed late last night? Maybe what time did you go to bed? So some specific time. Now put some extra words to complete all of these questions. Let's go. Now look, it's not an exercise, it's a treasure box. Another chance to practice speaking. Let me answer first, then you can do it yourself. Do you drink a lot of tea or coffee? Yes, I do. How many cups do you drink a day? I usually drink about 3 or 4 cups of coffee. It's a lot, I know, but I like coffee. Do you go to a gym? No, I don't. I don't have time for this. Do you sleep well? I think no, I don't. How many hours do you sleep? I usually sleep about maybe 5 or 6 hours a day. Do you play games on your phone? Yes, I do, but sometimes not often. What games do you play? I sometimes play games on my phone. I mean, uh, such games where you need to think a lot, some puzzles and something like that. Do you like watching sport on TV? I think no, I don't. It's not for me. Let's go to the past part. Did you? Did you go to bed late last night? Oh, actually, yes. What time did you go to bed? I went to bed maybe at about, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's my bad. Did you cook lunch or dinner yesterday? No, I didn't. So I just went to the nearest shop and bought some ready stuff, put it into my microwave, and then just had a ready dinner. Did you go for a walk at the weekend? Yes, I did. Where did you go? I went to the local park just to take some fresh air. Did you see a good film last week? No, I didn't. I don't like watching films, and last week I didn't watch anything. Did you buy any clothes last month? No, I didn't. Last time I bought some clothes, it was maybe in summer. So maybe 3 months ago or 2 months ago. Something like that. Now try to answer these questions, but using your own ideas, okay? Let's go. Guys, congratulations! Now we have a section called Alphabet. Why do we need it for pre-intermediate level? I have no idea. But if you forget how to pronounce letters, it's better to refresh this part. If you don't need these stuff connected to the alphabet, you can just skip it and move further. But anyway, it's better to do it. Part A, with a partner, say the groups of letters, then listen and check. Okay, there is a challenge. First, you just try to name each each letter here. Then you check their pronunciation, like A, B, C, D, E, and so on. Try to continue this list.
One point six.
A, B, C, D,
E, F, G, H,
I, J, K, L,
M, N, O, P,
Q, R, S, T,
U, V, W,
X, Y, Z.
Look at the sound pictures. You see, like, where is it? A train. What are the words and vowel sounds? Listen and write the words. So now you just listen, like train, tree, and write all of the words. Then you check yourself.
1.7. 1,
Train. A.
2, tree, E. 3,
Egg. E.
4, bike, I. 5,
Phone. O.
6, boot, oo. 7,
Car. R.
Part C. I hope you see this list of letters. Add these letters to the correct column. For example, we see column number 1, train, A, H, J, and here we put, let me give you a clue, K. Do the same stuff with the other columns. Let's go.
One 1.8. 1,
train. A, H, J, K.
2,
Tree. B. C. D. E. G. P. T. V.
3,
Egg. F, L, M, N, S, X, Z.
4,
Bike. I. Y.
5,
Phone. O,
6,
Boot. Q. U. W.
7,
car. R.
Part number 4, listening and speaking. Part A, listen to extracts from 6 conversations. Write the letters and numbers you hear. Like you see, first name is W-A-Y-N-E, so Wayne. And try to hear postcode, phone number, email, surname, address, something like that. I don't know, maybe it will be easy, maybe it will be hard. Just test yourself, then check your answers. Let's go.
1.9. 1,
How do you spell your first name?
W-A-Y-N-E.
Just a moment.
2,
What's the postcode?
it's SE21 8GP. 3,
07700 987782.
4,
It's JVINE64 at kings.co.uk.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, JVINE64 at kings.co.uk.
5,
Anne Rathbone, Rathbone.
6,
It's 16 Russell Street. That's RUSSELL. Let me show you on the map.
Part B. Now listen to the conversations. Match 1 to 6 to situation AF. Someone is buying something someone is checking into a hotel. You see, it is a conversation number one, checking into a hotel. Trying to get help, giving a student directions. Look, directions, it's not like instructions. Directions, it's like go straight on, then turn left, turn right, you will see building, it will be on the right. So it's about how to find places. Part E, giving a class some information. Just, speaking to a class. And F, arriving at a restaurant. So if you hear some words connected to a restaurant like order, food, probably you will understand the idea. Let me warn you. Look, conversations will be a little bit difficult. You don't need to understand each detail. You don't need to understand everything. You must understand only the gist, only the main thing. Like, it's about hotel, it's about buying something, it's about trying to get help, it's about giving a student directions. So, only main ideas. Now try to listen to it and then check yourself.
1.10 1.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I have a reservation for 5 nights.
What's your name?
Wayne Roberts.
How do you spell your first name?
Wayne.
Just a moment.
2.
So, the sofa is £899.99 in total. What's the address for delivery? Is it a London address?
Yes, it's in South London.
What's the postcode?
It's SE21 8GP.
And the address is...
14 Dangerford Road, flat 2. That's in Forest Hill, London. 3.
Welcome to our mobile phone helpline. Please say the number of the mobile phone you have a problem with.
07700 987782.
4.
Now, every Friday, I'm going to give you some writing to do for homework at the weekend. You can either give it to me in class on a Monday, or you can send it to me by email. I'm going to give you my email address, and I'd like you to write it down. Okay? It's jvine64@kings.co.uk.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yes. jvine64@kings.co.uk. Okay, now I'm going to write it on the board for you. Did you get it right?
Yes.
Well done. Remember, this symbol is called @ in English, and this one is dot.
5.
Good evening.
Hi, we have a table booked for 7:30.
Yes, madam. What name, please?
Anne Rathbone. Rathbone.
Ah, yes, here we are. Can you come this way, please?
Yes.
6.
OK, Susanna, that's great. Here's your student card. Your classes start on Monday at 9 a.m. Now, the classes are not here in the main school, but in a different building.
Oh?
But it's very near, just 5 minutes walk from here, in Russell Street.
Sorry, what's the address?
It's 16 Russell Street. That's RUSSELL. Let me show you on the map.
Thank you.
Part C, interview another student, complete the form. Look, maybe you just can fill in this form with your own personal information, or you can use, I don't know, some personal information of your friend or your mother, father, brother, I don't know, whatever you want. So if you want, you can do this task. Why not? Your homework is coming. Don't forget to do it. In the first lesson, answers to workbook are available at the end of the video. But look, it's important. Starting from the second lesson, all workbook stuff will be available on Boosty, the first link in the description. If you need to check your workbook, so please subscribe to my Boosty. Okay, now let's look at your homework. Так, смотрите, я, наверное, никуда не буду убирать русский язык с разборов воркбука. Все-таки нам нужно тут удостовериться во многих вещах, поэтому какие-то вещи буду, конечно, пояснять. Совсем легкие буду просто по-английски проговаривать, чтобы немножко время подсократить. Так, начнем разбор юнита 1A. Are you, can you, do you, did you? И тут у нас есть цитатка «Sometimes questions are more important than answers». То есть иногда вопросы, они более важны, чем ответы. Вот такая вот вещь, сказанная американским писателем. Что ж, поехали разбирать. Так, part A. Соотнесите глаголы 1.9 с существительными, которые подойдут, точнее. Так, be born у нас подойдет in Krakow, Poland in 1997. Сюда. Do. Что мы можем здесь do? Делать. Do exercise, do sport. Это вот сюда хорошо подходит. Listen to. Ищем сразу music. Dance music, R&B. Сюда H подходит. Read an email, a magazine. То есть сюда C. Speak a foreign language, English. Сюда G. Live. Live in a house with friends. It's B. Watch. What do we watch? Watch a film, a TV series. It's this one. Go. Go to the cinema, go on holiday, it's E. And have, what do we have? Have two sisters, have a pet, it's D. Oh, that's all here. I hope it was easy. Now, part B, complete the conversation with the missing word. What time do you usually go to bed? At about 10:30, and I get up at 7. What did you do last weekend? I went to the cinema with some friends. Do you do any sport or exercise? Yes, I love football and tennis. What kind of music do you listen to? I love pop and rock. Number 5. What do you usually have for just a sandwich and some crisps normally? Crisps? Really? Maybe for lunch or dinner? Смотрите, ребят, почему меня здесь это смутило? Бутерброд с чипсами. На завтрак это слишком круто. Но на обед это, наверное, на обед давайте поставим for lunch. Так, ну вообще странно. Ну и на ужин это подойдет. Так, странное упражнение здесь. Ну ладно, давайте дальше. Так, do you have any pets? Если домашние животные, yes, we have 2 cats. Where do you live? In a small flat near the railway station. Так, where did you study English before? That's cool. Next is, what does your father do? Чем он занимается по жизни? He's a teacher. Where were you born? Это где ты родился? In Budapest in 1998. My mom is Hungarian. Моя мама венгерка, ну, короче, из Венгрии. Такая страна Hungary, Венгрия. Так, переходим к части 2. Grammar, what order in questions. Circle the correct form. Ну, давайте здесь просто поотмечаем. Does your sister have a job? Your sister has. Здесь не подойдет, это вопрос. Hello. Здесь не I can, а can I help you? Where were you born? У нас to be в начало выносится. Так, want the children drink? Do the children want? То есть вот это правильный вариант. Do the children want a drink? Так, 5. Получается, did you see? Сразу это у нас вопрос. What does your boyfriend do? Вот это вот вторая часть правильная. Я сюда 2 кружочками, ну вы поняли. Так, where she learned? Нет, это у нас вопрос. Where did she learn to speak English? Вот это вот верная вся конструкция. И what time do you get up? Здесь нам нужен вспомогательный глагол do in the morning. Здесь все у нас. Так, be. Это похожее упражнение. Здесь надо просто в правильном порядке написать. Так, what do your parents do? Girlfriend, student, is a your. Пишем вот так вот. Is your girlfriend a student? Так, what at you do the weekend do? Ну, это из разряда, что ты делаешь на выходных. What do you do at the weekend? Так, что ты делаешь на выходных? Чем занимаешься в целом? Так, только это не про планы, а в целом. В чем привычка заниматься? Так, здесь у нас вижу often, значит how often do you go out? То есть как часто ты выходишь куда-то, выбираешься. Так, Saturday, did you go? Ну, наверное, where, куда did you go last Saturday? Куда ходил, куда ездила, в зависимости от ситуации, в прошлую субботу. И получается, did you have a nice time? Ну, хорошо провела время или хорошо провел время. Если вот так, ну, обычно good, конечно, did you have a good time? Ну, здесь у нас nice. В принципе, без разницы. Добро пожаловать в Pro Intermediate, так сказать. Что ж, давайте переходить ко второй странице. Так, тут у нас часть C. Напишите вопросы в present либо past simple. Ну, понятно, если в выражении есть прошлого времени, пишем past simple, если ничего нет, то настоящее. Здесь получается what did you do last night? Чем занимался прошлой ночью? Точнее, прошлым вечером, извиняюсь. Так, тут получается what TV series do you watch? То есть какие телесериалы ты смотришь? Ну, это на постоянной основе. When... Ну, это скорее when is your birthday? Хотя, если честно, when was your birthday, можно так сказать. Ну, давайте в настоящее время, когда днюха, когда день рождения. Так, where do you from? Стоп, вот это я чуть не ошибся. Where are you from, конечно же. Это у нас 5. Откуда ты? 6. On holiday last year, значит, прошлое. Where did you go on holiday last year? Куда ездил в отпуск в прошлом году? И what kind of books? Ну, это у нас обычный вопрос. What kind of books do you read? То есть, какие книги ты читаешь? Так, ну, здесь у нас все. Так, идем дальше. Pronunciation the alphabet. Circle the letter with a different vowel sound. Нам нужно всего лишь выделить букву, которая имеет другой звук. То есть, смотрите, A, K, E. И у нас отличается. Дальше tree, G, V, R. R вычеркиваем. Ну, обводим кружок. Egg, N, B, F. B другой звук. A, train, H, P, J. P у нас выделяется. Так, тут у нас egg, X, S, K. Ну, смотрите, тут звук X, S, а тут K, все-таки звук как вот в train, вот как в этом H, J, K. Сюда бы оно подошло. Tree, M, C, D. Ну, M выкидываем отсюда. Так, тут у нас длинный у меня у самого проблемы с произношением короткой длинной у, поэтому смотрите, тут есть звук I, вот он выделяется, это у нас Q, U, поэтому сюда, короче, I вычеркиваем. Так, тут у нас все. И C у нас complete the alphabet quiz. Заполните, сделайте вот эту викторину с алфавитом. Ну, давайте посмотрим, что да как. Так, alphabet quiz. Which letter of the alphabet sounds like A, I, O, P, U, Y? My, I. Дальше у нас play. Где у нас A? Ну, вот она A. U. Вот этот как звучит. C. Это у нас... Так, как P получается. Такой звук. Go. Тут у нас O. А вот это у нас Y. Y. Что вот это Y, что вот это Y. Да, за что? Y. Здесь все. Так, смотрите, ребят, по поводу части D, ответьте вот эти вопросы, которые были здесь про себя. Я, наверное, это дело пропущу. Вы, наверное, как-нибудь попробуйте ответить. То есть я вам дам сейчас какие-то идеи. Вы здесь первым пишите I live и добавляете где. Дальше what did you do last night? Здесь уже вариативность. Вспоминайте правильные и неправильные глаголы, что делали прошлым вечером. Так, а какие телесериалы вы смотрите? Вы на этот вопрос отвечали на уроке, вы сюда просто запишите. Так, when is your birthday? Здесь одна вещь важная. Давайте так, попробуйте просто месяц написать. Или дату. Нет, давайте полную дату. То есть вы пишете там, например, my birthday is on. Вот этот предлог on обязательно. The. Так, например, ну, это не моя днюха, но все же. Вот так вот возьмем. On the 1st of July, ну, не знаю, 1 июля. То есть вы так напишите сначала порядковое число of, а потом какой месяц. То есть, но с предлогом on сюда. Так, пятое. Where are you from? Это вы ответите. Where did you go on holiday last year? Куда ездили? Смотрите, go поменяйте обязательно на went. I went туда-то. Поехал в такое-то место или поехал в такое-то место. И what kind of books do you read? Да не знаю. Смотрите, если нет идей, там, какие жанры, вы можете написать вот так вот. I usually read там books about и просто перечислить темы. Там про эльфов, про ужасов, про призраки. То есть если нет идеи, точнее, если нет идей, там, какие жанры есть. Или можете загуглить жанры книг, посмотреть свои любимые, там, fantasy novels, horrors, and so on, подобные, и написать жанры просто. Тут уже как душа изволит. Так, ну все, по сути. Что ж, отличная работа. Поздравляю с завершением первого урока из курса английский по учебнику Pre-Intermediate English File, 4 издание. Ну, встретимся в следующем уроке. Bye-bye, guys.